Hi everyone. So now again we are here for the weekly slides. In this session, I'll be covering week 3 and week 4 slides. So let's start. Module is academic skills and studying with confidence. Module code is BMM 3113. And today we are covering week 3 and week 4 slides. So let's have a look on what are we going to learn or cover today. So the learning outcome of this session is reference sources in the appropriate referencing style for their subject area. So at the end of the session, you will be able to explain what is academic integrity, explain what is referencing, explain the importance of referencing, generate references based on APA referencing style, distinguish between AP and Howard referencing styles, know common mistakes in referencing, what plagiarism is, and exercise paraphrasing. So, what is academic integrity? Academic integrity means being honest in your academic work. You need to formally recognize and reference the existing knowledge and ideas of which your work is based. If you do not acknowledge the work or ideas of others, you could be penalized for academic misconduct. Yeah, so that's sure. If you will not give recognition to the one from whom you have copied your work, then you can be penalized. So for that, you have to give recognition to the person from whom you are copying your work. So what is academic misconduct? This happens when you breach academic integrity. One of the common types of academic misconduct is plagiarism. Plagiarism is presenting others' work or ideas as your own with or without consent of the original author, without full acknowledgement. This is where referencing is important. Yes, of course. So if you are copying anybody else's work without giving reference to that person, then that will be considered as plagiarized work. So it is very important to give reference to the original author of that work and to acknowledge that author. So if you will not do it, then it will be considered as academic misconduct. So what is referencing? Referencing means stating the source of information you used while producing your work. There are different referencing styles, so be careful about the format. The most commonly used is Howard referencing system. It specifies separate methods for the type of source used, such as books, websites, journals, etc. APA referencing is the referencing style used by the Leeds Trinity University. It uses the 7th edition of APA referencing, sometimes referred to as APA 7th. So why is referencing important? Let's have a look. So these are the points. First is avoid plagiarism. Yes, so if you will refer somebody's else work, if you'll give reference to somebody's else work, then it will be not considered as a plagiarized work. To acknowledge contribution of other writer and researchers in your work, to give credit and respect to the writers from whom you borrowed ideas, data, to allow the readers to trace the sources of information you have used. Now, two parts of referencing are there. So, in-text citation, that is a short citation you include in the written text that help a reader understand which source you are quoting or referring to in your writing. So here you can see the example in-text citation, and in this, you can see it's a red mark after the text and there is a circle. So in that circle, it's written surname, year and page number. That is called a in-text citation. Now at the bottom, you can see reference list. In that, it's a detailed reference is written. So reference list at the end of the paper, the full details of the source you have cited in your writing. This is the reference list. So in the in-text citation, in APA referencing, this usually consists of the author's surname, and the year of publication in brackets. So you can see at the bottom, there is an author's name and the year of publication within the brackets. Yeah. So this is the format. This is the example of in-text citation. Now, you should also include page number if you are quoting directly from another author or another's work. So in that case, apart from writing author's name, year, you also have to write the page number. Now, in-text citations are direct citations and indirect citations. So include in your text whenever you quote or paraphrase from a parenthetical source, and indirect citations are when the ideas of one author are published in another author's text, but you have not read or accessed the original author's work. So examples are given. For example of direct citation is Freud 1900 placed great importance on the significance of dreams. Then in indirect citation example is dreams were believed to be highly significant in psychoanalysis. Freud 1900 is the in-text citation. Yeah. So the direct citation, as we can see in the example, can be given at the starting of the sentence, and indirect citation is given at the end of the sentence. So APA 7th edition reference list. So layout of the page, the reference list starts on a new page after your assignment and before any appendices. Place the word references centered in bold at the top of the page. So whenever you are writing the assignment at the end of the page, you have to write references. And at the top, you will give the heading references to that page. So order of the references, reference list must be arranged in alphabetical order of author's surname, arranged by first author's name, then by second author. If you have the same first author, etc., check the page on authors for how to lay out the reference if you have more than one authors. If a reference has no author but with corporate name author, list it alphabetically according to the title. Ignore the words and the at the beginning of the corporate author or title for deciding where it fits alphabetically. If there are two references by the same author, list them in order of publication date with the older one first. Note that all references in APA end with full stop except when the reference end with a URL or a DOI. So journal articles, when you use journal articles, refer the following format. So first will be the surname of the author or authors, initials of the first name, then year of publication of the article, article title, volume of journal, issue of journal, page range of article, DOI presented as a hyperlink, for example, is given. So DI is for online journals. The first line of each citation is left adjusted. Every subsequent line is indented 5-7 spaces. So below you can see the example, how the reference is written for the journal. So you can see Ruxton C 2016, tea hydration and other health benefits is the article title. Then article journal title is primary healthcare. 26.8 is the issue, volume number, pages is 3442, and DOI is given at the end. So referencing a book. When you use a book, refer the following format. So for first you'll write last name, first name initial, year published, title, edition, if not the first edition, publisher, DOI or URL. So below again you can see the format of referencing a book. There is an example given. Now we'll move to a next slide. So referencing website. So use the following format for website: author or authors. The surname is followed by first initials, year, month, day in round brackets. Use the most exact date possible. Title, in italics within inverted commas, website name, URL. The first line of each citation is left adjusted. Every subsequent line is indented 5-7 spaces. So below you can see the example of referencing a website. Now we'll move to a next slide. Difference between APA and Harvard. So full reference, APA, last name, first initial, year published, title, edition, if not the first edition, publisher, DOI or URL. So example is given, Cottrell S. 2019, The Study Skills Handbook, 5th edition, Red Globe Press. Now this is the first full reference for APA. On the other hand, we'll see the full reference for Harvard, the surname of author, authors, first initials, year, title, edition, publisher, place of publication. Example, Cottrell S. 2019, The Study Skills Handbook, 5th edition, Red Globe Press, London. Now let's have a look on common mistakes in referencing. So here are those. First is, do not leave referencing to the last minute. Do it as you can go along. Second, keep track of sources and page numbers. Third, forgetting which source you used or accidentally closing the tab. Fourth, use the correct referencing style, and that is APA. Fifth, check punctuation and spelling mistakes. Sixth, check the formatting mistakes. Example, forgetting to use italics. Seventh, check your reference list is in alphabetical order or not. So now next topic is what is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is demonstrating your understanding of the text you are reading by writing them in your own words without altering the meaning. It means rewriting the same information in a different way. Even if you paraphrase, you will still have to provide references. Do I really need citations when I'm paraphrasing? Yes, paraphrasing is borrowing someone else's idea. If you don't give credit to the owner, it is cheating. Maybe one day you can come up with your own ideas that others will borrow. You never know. Making referencing attractive. So you add a million references for your 1,000 words. Assignment, impressive? Not possible. Another common practice is that you include references and citations that are not even relevant just to show that you did extensive research. Assessors can spot it from miles, so be careful. Don't write too many references which are irrelevant. Incorrect placement of commas. Confusing and tedious as it is, you still need to get it right. There is a reason why we have adopted punctuation marks, so follow it please. Keep it in alphabetical order. Another common error, when collecting information, you don't do it in alphabetical order, do you? It can be sometimes puzzling and easily forgettable when you are focusing all energies on the contents itself, but please make time to arrange the bibliography in alphabetical order. Now let's see the 10 common errors. So they are alphabetization, wrong missing URLs, wrong style, inconsistent style, inadequate paraphrase, self-plagiarism, no author voice, too minimal reference, uncited reference, extra references. Thank you so much, everyone. So lastly, we have some reference list. You can have a look on that. Now, thank you for listening to this video. Thank you so much.